Welcome into this Thursday edition of Live Weather Impact. I'm Chief Meteorologist Brad Panovich here at WCNC. Tim Buckley will be joining me coming up in about 10 minutes as we discuss the stories of the weather today and across the area through the next couple of days. And I think the story locally is pretty clear. We finally saw the sunshine return after 3 days, really 3.5 days of just complete gloom, cloud cover, and rainfall. The view out there right now, we got to get the last glimpse of sunset because it's happening literally as I'm speaking. 6:31 p.m. is the official sunset here in Charlotte. We've got a gorgeous one shaping up from Monroe to Lake Norman to Dallas to Charlotte. You could see the golden hour. I always love this time of year. The sun angle's low, so you get these cool effects of the light shining up on the clouds sometimes. And like right now in Uptown, you can see the buildings are illuminated, but it's actually cloudy and dark above because the sun is still low on the horizon. It's able to undercut those clouds, which are sitting over us right now. The temperatures, yeah, it's still cool for this time of year, but compared to the last 3 days, this is the warmest day we've seen since Sunday. It's also the first time we have seen the sunshine since Sunday. So we're still in that 60, and we saw a touch of snow in the mountains this morning, above 4,500 feet, but it definitely was a nice day. 64 was the high. So again, that's a little bit below our normal or average, about 69, but you can see this morning, 49, that was a little bit above, and officially since midnight, about 1/10 of an inch. For the week, if you're wondering, in Charlotte Metro, around 2.5 inches of rain over 3 days, which was exactly what we needed. And we'll talk about the drought with Tim coming up. It did not get rid of the drought, but boy, this sure did help. Now, radar right now is drying out. We had some snow and some rain in the mountains earlier as this big area of low pressure is finally moving away. We still got some of that northwest flow. You can kind of see it moving in there. And this time of year, you always got to watch out for the fact that some of this could be a little bit of snow because on the backside of these systems, that's when we tend to see the northwest flow develop. And so wouldn't be shocked to see a few more reports of some snowflakes, especially as we get into the evening, because it is getting colder and that northwest flow can be just enough to produce some light snow. We saw some snow this morning. Mount Mitchell, Roan Mountain, Beach Mountain had some snow. Blue Ridge Parkway had some snow. Mount LeConte over in the Smokies, one of the highest mountains in our mountain range between North and South Carolina, Appalachian. So definitely had some good snow there. Tonight, pretty chilly everywhere. 30s and 40s. And this isn't even the coldest night of the next two. It's actually going to get colder tomorrow. But for Halloween day, pretty nice. You're talking mid-60s, so just a glorious afternoon. I mean, that's spectacular for this time of year. And the only bad side would probably be the wind, a little breezy, so those outdoor decorations will be blowing around. Futurecast shows not a lot going on from a cloud cover or rainfall standpoint, so you're good there. We'll be completely dry tomorrow into the start of the weekend. So this will be a great stretch of weather. We do see some high clouds trying to sneak in here as we get closer to Sunday, but I think the only impact that will have is maybe lowering the temperature by a degree or two. So most of the weekend's going to be fairly consistent with sunshine, some clouds, temperatures low to mid 60s, morning lows pretty chilly, especially Saturday. With 30s and 40s for the most part. And then going into early next week, it does look like we'll stay cool. Already have freeze watches up. So what does that mean? The potential for a freeze tomorrow night into Saturday morning. These are for counties who have not seen a hard freeze. The mountains, they will not have freeze warnings or advisories or anything anymore because the growing season has technically come to an end there. But for these counties, that includes the Unifor region down towards Lincoln County and then Cleveland County, we'll likely see freeze warnings. And don't be surprised if there's frost advisories for the surrounding counties in the Piedmont, including Charlotte. So if you have the vegetable garden still going strong, one of two things: cover it up, water heavily, try to protect it, or just say, hey, it's almost November. It's time to be done with the summer garden and just move on to the fall garden and maybe even move on to some indoor gardening. So your trick-or-treat forecast tomorrow, a lot of kids will be out there. Friday night, Halloween is always the best. The only other great night for Halloween would be Saturday night, but Friday night Halloween is always great because kids don't have to go to school the next day. Parents don't either. That's always nice. Temperatures probably at the start, maybe near 60 if we're lucky. With the sunset at 6:30 like it is tonight, it is going to get cold quick. We'll be in the 50s, maybe even the 40s by the time you're heading home. And with a little bit of a wind, 5 to 10 miles an hour, you got a little bit of a wind chill to deal with. So just prepare yourself now. Bring an extra blanket, bring an extra jacket, gloves, hat, because you probably will get cold quickly. And the other thing, it's dark at 6:30, so make sure you have some kind of light reflectors, something so everyone could be seen. Visibility is really important for safety when kids are trick-or-treating. Speaking of getting dark early, this is a good news, bad news thing. We set the clocks back 1 hour on Saturday night into Sunday morning, technically Sunday morning. 2 a.m. becomes 1 a.m. Great news, extra hour of sleep. So Jeb will be able to hang out an extra hour, before he has to go to bed. he'll be enjoying that night, watching college football late into the night. And you get that extra hour of sleep. But remember, change those batteries in your carbon monoxide or smoke detectors. Now, the downside of this, on Sunday night, it'll be dark an hour ahead of where it is right now. So at 5:27, it'll be sunset. And I don't think people really notice it on Sunday. They notice on Monday because they're driving home from work or school, and it's already dark. So this will really smack you hard on Monday when you realize. Now, if you're an early riser, this is nice because now the sun is up in the morning, because right now the sun's rise is at almost 8 o'clock. So it's pretty dark in the mornings. Now it'll get a little brighter. So I think people forget about that. They realize how dark it gets early. But if you're an early riser, this is nice to get that sunlight in the morning. So it certainly helps you out. But again, we go back to standard time. And we're not on standard time very long. Remember, it's basically November into March. So it happens pretty quickly. So it's only a couple months that we have this. And then we'll be back on daylight saving time. But the safety thing is important because the smoke detector, carbon monoxide detector, this is also heating season. This might be the first time you turn your furnace on. Use the gas fireplace. So having a good smoke detector, carbon monoxide detector working is vital this time of year. And remember, carbon monoxide detectors expire. Let me repeat that. They expire. There's a chemical sensor in there that only lasts for, I think, up to 10 years in some models, even shorter for others. So you might want to check the back of your device. It should have an expiration date on it. And if it's past that date, go get another one because they don't last forever. They do expire because of that sensor in there. Next week, temperatures are going to warm back up above average. We could be back near 70 by the end of next week. And again, remember, this map is showing the chance of above average temperatures, not how hot it's going to be. This isn't 80s or 90s. We're talking 70 now is warm. That's the time of year we're in, where 70 is above normal. But the weekend, enjoy it. It's a perfect weekend. The first weekend in November, too. Just an ideal weekend, mid-70s. Your Jerry Hunt Supercenter 7-day forecast give you a nice look at this, and you'll see the steady rise in temperatures next week. We could be back near 70 on Wednesday and Thursday. Don't forget to set those clocks back again. Not much rain. That's why the rain this week, we could complain about it, but we needed it. And we desperately want to have more because we don't have a lot of rain in the 10-day forecast. You'll see going into next week, hopefully Charlotte FC wins in New York, because next Friday they'll be back here at home on Friday night, which should have a huge crowd because it'll be a Friday night. And then we have Panthers home next weekend again. So kind of a cool weekend. There'll be a lot happening next week with home playoff game with Charlotte FC and a home game with the Panthers. And temperatures will actually be a little bit warmer there, back in the 60s.